So, if you're a stay at home mom like me, here are some of the challenges that I know that you're facing and how you can overcome them. As stay at home moms, we face a lot of challenges that people don't know, and that a lot of times we hide behind. We do not want to speak about it, right? But listen, I know you're going through it. And so today we're going to talk about it. Now, the first one will be lack of personal time. As stay-at-home moms, you're with your family 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And there is this lack of personal time, such that, especially if you're an introvert and you recharge by being alone, this is an extreme challenge, because at the end of the day, you're seeing that there is no personal time, and this can be very, very irritating and stressful. Now, one way that you can overcome this challenge is by finding a way to get away. Now, my husband and I have come up with a way whereby I can get away for about 3 hours at the end of the day. Now, this does not happen every day. It happens maybe like 2 days in a week, and I can get out for 3 hours. Guys, when I have to go, I just take my bag and I run out of the house. Because that is the thing, juggling motherhood, if you're a homeschooling mom, being a teacher, being a cleaner, being a chauffeur, being everything is hard. And not having personal time to recharge can totally break you. It is important to always get, that personal time in. The second one would be social isolation. Oh my God. Have you ever wanted to sing, and then the song that is coming to your head is "The wheels on the bus go round and round," round, because you have listened to it all the time. You keep listening to it so much that you're used to it. Like, all the nursery rhymes, all the things that babies like. You are socially isolated. Now, one way to overcome that, if you're a Christian, go to church. I love going to choir practice because that way I can relate with adults, right? Another way is when you take your children to the libraries, don't be shy. Relate with other moms. Talk with other moms, okay? Now, I used to be that person, and I am still that person that is shy and find it hard to speak with people or relate to people. But it's important for you to not be socially isolated, because that can lead to resentment towards your husband, and it can lead to depression. I realized that when my husband is on the phone talking to a lot of people and he's just chatting away and I don't have anyone to talk to, I started to get resentful, because I was socially isolated. So make sure you find friends that you can talk to, that you can call, right? And listen, it's important, because being socially isolated is crazy. Not only does it lead to resentment, like I said, it can lead to depression. Now, the third one will be financial dependence. And I dislike this one. I dislike it so much, especially because of the fact that at the age of 21, I was already making money in the hundreds of thousands in Nigeria. I was already making money, right? Now, you become a stay-at-home mom and you have to become financially dependent. Kai, that thing is it hurts me. It pinches me, especially when there are several things that I want to buy that will never come out of my mouth, because I cannot imagine saying, please, can you give me money for this? Now, my husband is an absolute sweetheart. Like, even if you don't ask him, he's asking you. But I just can't bring myself to do that. Now, being financially independent is important as a stay-at-home mom, especially because you want to buy something. You don't want to always ask. For someone like me who has a husband that has logged his account into my phone, right? And I have the card, I use the card and spend the card. There's still things that I want to buy that I don't want him to know, because it's still going to be like, it's law. You have to be financially dependent. And that is why I encourage moms, right? With what you're doing with your kids, you can monetize it. With the activity books that you do with your kids, you can monetize it. And that is why I'm trying to teach you how to sell on Etsy, how to sell everywhere. Because if you're financially dependent, there are lots of things. So I like to buy coffee every day, and my husband does not have a problem with that. But when you now branch out and go and buy something else, You hear, as a tilo, but I cannot help myself. I have to purchase it. There's sometimes I want to send money back home, to my siblings or to my mommy and all of that. And if I don't have money, I can't do that, right? So it's important to get financially independent, even as a stay-at-home mom. It is super important, no matter how little. It also gives you that sense of accomplishment and fulfillment that you're adding financially to the house. I don't know about you, but that is the way I feel. And the fourth one would be emotional and mental strain. Now, as a stay-at-home mom, you're entirely mentally strained. Let me tell you that one for a fact. Balancing all the things, because being a stay-at-home mom is hard. I don't know why a lot of people don't understand this. This is the hardest thing that you can ever do in your life. Even though it is fulfilling, and I thank God for it, because without it, I wouldn't have had the time that I needed to spend with my kid, right? But it is so mentally exhausting. Now, one way that it can affect your marriage is that your husband becomes your main emotional dependence. So you want to cry, it's him. You want to vent, it's him. You want to get upset, it's him. You want to do everything, it's him. Like I said, my husband is a sweetheart and does not have a problem with it. But sometimes I feel like I just want to talk to someone else. I don't want to talk to you. I love you, but I want to talk to someone else. Right? So being a stay-at-home mom can cause emotional strain a lot. Next one is underappreciation. I feel like a lot of stay-at-home mom says they are underappreciated. Now, I've never felt that way, but I've seen a lot of people feel like that. Now, I feel like if you're feeling that way, could it be you looking at yourself that way? Or is someone verbally unappreciating you? A lot of times, because you're at home, sometimes you may feel that you're not doing so much. Other people may feel that you're not doing so much, right? And that can be crazy. It can be emotionally draining because now you start to feel unappreciated. Listen, I don't have a solution for this, but the only solution I have is to let you know that you're appreciated. And sometimes it's happening in your mind. I don't know, it doesn't happen in my mind because my family is an amazing one. God. Even my in-laws, I feel like everybody sees the kind of work that you do and they appreciate you. But if you feel like that, I want you to look at yourself, appreciate yourself, like become comfortable with appreciating your own self rather than seeking validation from other people. Do you understand? The next one I'd like to talk about is lack of career advancement. A lot of stay-at-home moms are stuck where they were before. Like, I cannot advance in my career. I cannot go to school. I cannot do this and I cannot do that. Now, not only has society made it such that you can stay at home and go to school online, but you can also learn new things yourself. Okay. Don't become redundant as a stay-at-home mom. Always learn. Learn continuously. Stay learning. There are resources, Udemy, the Skillshare. There is YouTube. Always learn something. Don't just stay there. Consistently learn something so that you do not become redundant, because even if it's just to increase your vocabulary, always learn something, because that gives you some sense of value. Okay. That way you're not stuck in the place of lack of advancement. You're advancing yourself. There is always a new skill to learn. And the internet has made it in such a way that you do not even have to pay for it. Okay. So stay learning, even if you're not going to get a higher education, which you can definitely get online. Constantly learn. The other one is the pressure for perfection. You want everything to be perfect. You want to clean the house, clean the kitchen, clean the sink, and then you find yourself on your feet all day. Like, I find myself standing all day because I'm trying to pick up, clean up, do this, do that. Now listen, hold on. Just take a deep breath. Sit down and let them scatter the house. Now, when they are done scattering it, stand up and clean it up one time. Even me that I'm giving you this advice, I know that it's going to be hard for me to take it, but I think that I've tried it. And I think that is the best way. So don't look for perfection. Oh my God, my child's hair has to be perfect. Because let me tell you, the thing is, because you are everything, right? It is going to be hard for you to get everything. Now, the one you can handle, the one you can get, the one you can, find a way to do it. The final one is to use human resources. In whatever way that you can use human resources, please use. Recently, I found this cleaning website. And guys, for the past month or two, I have not cleaned my own home. I do not want to ever clean again. I do not have the desire to ever clean again. When you find the opportunity, find someone to do your tasks for you. Okay, because you're the only one that knows how stressful it is. So even if nobody thinks that it is important for you to get a cleaner, please find a cleaner. I'm also looking forward to the day that I will start to order my food and stop cooking, because right now, by the time I turn 40, I do not want to be cooking anymore. I'm telling you, that is the truth. So I'm looking forward to the day that I will start to order my food or have an in-home cook, because I don't want to be cooking anymore. So find a way to use human resources as much as you can. Delegate tasks. Let your children do tasks. Let your husband do tasks. Keep him with the children and run away sometimes, right? And just fill yourself back up. All right. All right, guys. I want you to know that you're not alone in this momming, especially this stay-at-home momming thing. I want you to know that you're not alone. And I want you to know that you can live a rich and fulfilling life, even being a stay-at-home mom, like I'm living right now. All right, guys. I hope you found this video helpful. If you have, kindly hit that subscribe button, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next. I hope you have an amazing day. My name is Toby Rich. Ciao, ciao.